Good morning, dear students. So, let's talk about today's topic. And today we'll discuss about the advantages and disadvantages of using ICT. So, first, let's talk about the advantages of using ICT. The first advantage is the communication. As you know, ICT means information and communication technologies. So when we involve communication technologies into the information technology, that becomes ICT. So communication is the most advantageous thing that ICT can provide us, and because of the inexpensiveness and because of the speed, this save a lot of time and lot of money. So with the help of ICT, it has become more quicker and more efficient to communicate with anybody anywhere in the world. Second, globalization. Video conferencing saves money on flights and accommodation. ICT has not only brought the countries and people closer together, but it has allowed the world's economy to become a single interdependent system to contact either a business or a family member. So if you want to talk to anyone, or if you want to communicate with anybody around the world, so it has become very easy to communicate. So when we communicate with people of other countries, or when we share, exchange our ideas and businesses, so this becomes our content becomes globalized. So globalization is one of other advantage of another advantage of using ICT, because when we are on a platform, when the user are from around the world, then that means that you are globalized. Cost effectiveness. It feels free to send an email, though it is not. It's without doubt cheaper than phone calls. ICT has also helped to automate business practices, thus restricting businesses to make them exceptionally cost effective. Exchanging of a data over the internet, or over the using ICT, has become more faster and less, more faster and cheaper also. So you don't have to spend a lot of money to transfer your files, or a video or anything. So ICT is cost effective. Greater availability. ICT has made it possible for businesses to be automated, giving clients access to a website or a voicemail 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So when we talk about availability of a content, so you can understand that when the contents are centralized or they are on internet, so they are available everywhere. Just an example, if you save your file on a Google Drive, then you can access it anywhere in the world. So the content on ICT are available everywhere, and you can access it anywhere in the world and any time of the day. Bridging the cultural gap. Now this is important. Greater access to technology has helped to bridge the cultural gap by helping people from different cultures to communicate with one another and allow for the exchange of views and ideas, thus increasing awareness and reducing prejudice. Now, when we talk about this, so when let's talk about the social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. So when we use those social media apps, so we meet people from different cultural backgrounds, and we get to know about them, and we try to remove that barrier of cultural gap, the cultural barrier that is between us. So these platforms or these ICT help us to to pull down that cultural barrier that may may sometimes we feel like these people are from not our culture and these are from other country or other community. So we feel awkward, or we do not feel like to communicate or share ideas. But when we come to these platforms, so things becomes normal, and we become more we can say we grow as a human. We try to remove those prejudice from our mind. Creating of new jobs. Probably the best advantage of ICT has been the creation of new and interesting jobs. So you can understand, like there are a lot of jobs available in the fields of information and communication technology. If you are a skilled person, then you can find, millions of jobs, thousands of different types of jobs there. Education. Computers, along with their programs and the internet, have created educational opportunities. I think this has something. I missed it. Education computers, along with their programs and internet, have created educational opportunities available, to the current generation. So you can make a correction on this. This is education in when we have computers along with their programs and the internet. So you can understand that the educational opportunities have grown a lot. Okay, this same will come to disadvantage again, but right now when we talk about education here, it's about advantages. So educational opportunities are available to present generations, and ICT is doing a lot of things, is providing a lot of help in the educational field. Complex structure. Through ICT, teachers can easily explain complex structure, instructions, and ensure students' comprehensions. So when we use ICT for our teaching learning processes, then we can make sure that the contents are delivered, more effectively, and students, understood the content properly. Using ICT using ICT helps us to make our content more effective or more interactive, right? So right now, for example, I am using this PowerPoint slide to explain you better, or I may use other activities or other animations to make things make easier, or it may help you to understand better. Okay, so these were the advantages of ICT. You can by yourself also analyze what are the advantages and what are the disadvantages of ICT. Do not be a lot of confused about the term ICT. You just simply pick internet or communication channel, communication mediums, and devices. So if you blend them, communication and information technologies, that becomes ICT. For example, mobile phone is an example of ICT. So what you can do with the mobile phones, and what are the disadvantages you are facing with the you can face with the mobile phones, that becomes you can easily analyze the advantages and disadvantages. Now let's talk about the disadvantages of using ICT. Education. See, point number 7 in this was advantages. So in this point we'll correct it like this: computers, along with their programs and internet, have created educational opportunities available to the current generation. Now how it becomes a disadvantage is because not available to previous generations. For example, if anyone does not know how to use mobile phones or how to use these ICT tools, then it has become it will be very much difficult for them to learn and grow. If everything relies on computers, then the generation that do not know how to operate them, it becomes very much problematic for them. So many people have a tech phobia. They do not know how to operate it, so they are scared of using it, like they may make some mistake on all those things. So using ICT is not helping the people from the previous generation. Lack of job security. Experts in a wide variety of the fields believe that ICT has made job security a big issue. Since technology keeps on changing nearly every day, this means that individuals need to be constantly studying or at least keeping up with changes in their profession if they want to feel secure in their jobs, to be secure. Okay, so when we talk about job opportunities, so job opportunities in ICT are only available for those who are tech savvy, or who know how to work with these technologies. And these technologies are being are prone to change, because every day the technologies are being changed. uh, these are changing every day. So new applications are coming, new devices are coming. So when new technologies come, so you have to learn them. And everybody is not competent enough to learn these changes or learn these technologies, these changing technologies. So when it happens, then when you are not able to adapt those new technologies, so it may harm your job. So lack of job security is another concern. Overriding cultures. Now when we talked about advantages of ICT, so we talked about how the ICT is helping us to to remove the cultural barrier. Then at the same time it is also overriding the cultures. Now when we use those global platform, when there are people from different countries or different societies, then they can influence your culture. For example, uh, it is now argued that teenagers in the US influence how most young teenagers all over the world act, dress, and behave. So when we see other people from other culture, or maybe people from West, so we try to behave, act and dress like them. Okay, so they may be overriding the cultures of the other countries or other communities. Good or bad, that's a different matter of thinking. But if they drive you away from the roots, then you are roots, what I mean roots. So then this is wrong in the sense that if we a tree, you can understand, a tree can only grow when it holds with its roots are gone, then tree will be gone, right? So your individuality or your identity is also, I mean, your cultural also define your identity, who you are, how you will be defined, or how you are different from other. So this individuality is important. Okay, so if something else is overriding it and you are losing your roots, then it may harm your self esteem, or it may harm your identity. So there's a lot of influence of West, among in a lot of influence of West in all over the world. So everybody would like to behave like them, and they like to dress like them. And so it may somehow override cultures. Privacy. Though information technology may have made communication quicker, easier, and more convenient, it has also brought along privacy issues. From cell phone signal interruptions to email hacking, people are now worried about their once private information becoming public knowledge. So privacy is another concern. That when you are on internet or a global platform, so you are never secure. Okay, so sharing an information on a global platform may be hazardous, or it may be problematic in future. So privacy is another concern. Reliance on technology. Professor Jan Robertson, a neuropsychology expert based at Trinity College Dublin, who carried out the study, said people have more to remember these days, and they are relying on technologies for their memory. But the less you use of your memory, the poor it becomes. People don't bother learning to spell because they use spell checker or need a calculator to perform minor addition or subtraction. You can easily understand this, that how our spell ability has been decreased due to Google or due to auto spell checker, right? The reason, because we do not bother to remember complex spellings, because we know that there is a Google, and even if we type a wrong spelling on a Google will Google will bring out the correct word or correct meaning. Or to perform any mathematical calculations, we do not bother to calculate in our mind. We just open a calculator. So what is happening is we are depending a lot on a technology. So our memory is being decreased. The ability to memorize things is being decreased because of these technologies. We are relying on them. When we have a Google, we can access anything, right? So the thing is that we are relying on Google a lot these days. Reliability of information. Anyone with access to a computer and an internet connection can start a blog or post something up on a website. So just because something is on a web doesn't mean it is reliable. A prime example of this is the open source encyclopedia, Wikipedia. Although considered a good source of information, it is not recognized by academic institutions as a trustworthy reference. Now the thing is that when most of the things on the internet may be incorrect, may be wrong, or maybe put without facts, or the facts which are put there on the internet are wrong. So if we rely only on the internet, then our knowledge will go in vain. I mean, we cannot get a proper knowledge or a perfect knowledge, or knowledge which is appropriate or which is correct or accurate, because the things that are put on the internet may be false. Okay. The news that are put on news channels or websites, they may be wrong. Facts that are put on there may be wrong. So if you rely on the information which are available on internet, this may harm our knowledge. Computer viruses, worms, trojans, malware, spam, phishing, any or all can cause chaos and disrupt our daily lives. If your accounts are hacked through these viruses, it may create problems. Expensive, too expensive to afford. Then next one is lack of experience, hard for teachers to use with the lack of experience using ICT tools. So these were the advantages and disadvantages. We'll talk about the next topic in next lecture. Thank you so much.